Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to my session. You are here on India's one of greatest learning platform, and that is Unacademy Plus. So you are so much in advantageous position that you get subscription and you get a plus subscription here and you get an access to unlimited live and unlimited recorded courses of your choice from India's best educators. Welcome back. I am Sumati Sharma, my friends, and I am a postgraduate in the art stream. I have been into this education sector from past 20 years, and I have been teaching CAT aspirants as well as students pursuing for other management entrance exams like CLAT, MAT, BPO, then BCA, BBA, etc. I also have an experience of teaching grade the students from grade 9th to 12th, social studies and English. I have also got an experience of working for past 15 years in one of India in Rajasthan's renowned schools on the post of principal and vice principal. I am a passionate marathoner. I am a cyclist and I am a lover of sports. I am a self motivator and I love to take up challenges in life. So, what is Plus subscription and what are its features? Let us look at them. Let us review. So, all our courses are structured, they are planned, and they are being customized according to your choice, along with your educator. You get to attend daily live classes. And in case you miss these classes, then you need not worry, you need not feel disheartened because our classes, our sessions, all our courses are being recorded and you are able, wherever you are, whichever time suits you, you can download our sessions, whichever you've missed, and you can be a part of it. The live tests and quizzes, which are taken up, evaluate your preparation, and you get an detailed analysis of your performance with the help of your educators who keep on telling you where you are and how you are performing and whether you are on the track or not. So that is the advantage of having doing the courses with the best educators, and the best educators are definitely available 24 hours, and that also on Unacademy Plus. So the other advantages that you get are that the schedule which works according to you. You can plan it, you can customize it, you can have your own personalized schedule. And then the sessions that you attend are not only just sticking to one particular language, but you get to attend the sessions in the languages of your choice. We have the courses, we have these sessions taken up by educators in English. We have the sessions taken up in Hindi also, then in both Hindi and English also. And of course, we have more than other 12 languages where the sessions are being taken up by the educators. So one great thing about being at Unacademy Plus is that you get to interact with your educator. What I mean to say is getting interaction or getting engaged with educator is while the class is going on. So you can get in touch with your educator regarding your queries, to solve your doubts, anything. If you're facing any problem, then you can get while the session is going on, you can engage and you can ask your educator and resolve your problems. You can also get your doubts cleared here. You also get to take up and attempt the live poll sessions here, which are very interesting. And you also get this advantage that to be on the live polls, and then you can make a mark of your own on the leaderboard. Now, as I told you, we have the live tests and quizzes, and then there's a detailed analysis, the detailed report of your performance is prepared, the in-depth report and the analysis of your performance topic wise, whichever topic you've done, whichever course you've done, the question wise, all the time that you've spent on your theory sessions, on your mocks, etc. All these report and all the detailed analysis you get with your the competitive stats. And you also have an access here at Unacademy Plus, unlimited learning material, and that too of quality. The content quality is very high. So, my dear friends, what are you waiting for? Let's grab the opportunity and let's get going. If you are thinking of doing a 12-month course, then the price is just 15,750. But this 15,750 is a 10% discount on 17,500. And how can you avail this discount, 10% discount? By using my referral code, which you can see below, SUMATI, that is Sumati. And if you are thinking of going for a 24 months course, which is for 21,000, again you get a 10% discount if you will use my referral code SUMATI, and the fee would just be, subscription fee would just be 18,900. Yes, that is what you all have to pay. So that's a blessing in disguise, and don't please miss this chance. Just go for it and grab it. So my friends, today the topic we are taking up is modal auxiliaries. Now, we saw in my previous session, I told you what verbs are, the types of verbs we saw. We worked upon how the dynamic verbs or the static verbs, the transitive, intransitive verbs, how these auxiliaries and the modals, even the be form of verbs, is, am, are, was, were, do, does, did, has, have, had, in what way they work. Now, modals are also called modal verbs, modal auxiliaries, and modal auxiliary verbs. So these three, they mean just one thing, and that is modal. So if they are no different, if it is modals, so it is definitely you are learning about the same modal verbs, modal auxiliary verbs, and modal auxiliaries. So these are special verbs. Why they are called special? Because they behave in quite an irregular manner in English. In English means in English sentences. And they are different from normal verbs. Now, what are normal verbs? Of course, sit, dance, play, talk, walk. These are normal verbs. But modal verbs are called irregular verbs also in English. They give additional information about the function of the main verb. So just like the adverbs, what are adverbs? So adverbs modify verbs, or the noun, the adjectives modify a noun or a pronoun. In the same way, Modals, though they are very, very, very closely linked, related to the main verbs, so they give extra or additional information about the function. How is the main verb acting or reacting in the sentence? They have a great variety of communicative functions. Now, in English, we generally we consider there are 9 modals, which is will, the past is would, can, could, may, might, shall, should, and must. Now, we have few more modal verbs, which we'll be seeing later on in this session also. And they are also considered as modal verbs, which are, now this need is always followed with need to, okay? In the negative sense, then it becomes needn't. Then it is not, then to is not put. But when you are using a simple sentence, a positive affirmative sentence, then you need to complete your work on time. You need complete your work on time is incorrect. So this always takes an infinitive, need. In the same way, ought, ought to. This is again another modal verb which takes the infinitive to. You ought to be respectful towards your parents. You ought to help the old woman on the road. So will, would, can, could, may, might, shall, should, must, need to, and ought to. So sometimes we also use dare. Dare also is, it is considered as a main verb, but then in modals also, since we take up again, okay. So this dare is also, it depends on the formation of the sentence. It is sometimes taken up as considered as a modal verb too. Only would, could, should, and might are used in the past. But all 9 modals may be used in the present. Past means in the past tense. Can, could, as I told you, this is could, would, should, and might are used as the past tense in the sentence. And otherwise, all 9 modals can be used and they are used in the present tense also. The sentence structure with modal. Now see, this is very important for you to understand this sentence structure, how it is. So subject, subject, okay, so subject, as we were looking at, the subject is, let's say, okay, Sanjay, now modal verb, can swim the English Channel. Okay, so subject plus modal verb. Now, modal verb we have used here can, and the main verb plus the main verb swim, the complement or the object, the English Channel. All modal, whether they are used in the past or present, must be followed by simple or the base form of main verb. I must go to sleep. I subject. Must is your modal verb. Go is your main verb. And to sleep is your object or your complement. Now, what to keep in mind while using modals? So, there are some rules which you should always remember when you are using modals in the sentence. Now, see, do not use modals for things which happen definitely. The things which are happening, which will happen, do not use modals in such kind of sentences. For example, the sun the sun rises in the east. Now the sun can rise in the east, the sun must rise in the east, the sun will rise in the east. We do not use modals in the things, in the facts which are certain and they have to happen and they happen. Second, if you can see the rule here, they have no S. That means plural is not used in the third person singular. Third person singular is, now this sentence, third person singular, he plays, verb with the S. He plays football. So that is because in third person singular, we use verb with the S. But here, because the modals are used, so we skip the main verb with the S here. We do not put S after the main verb. So he can play football. Third, questions are formed without do, does, did. Now, questions can be formed. There are a lot of question words. Do, it's not important that the question only starts with do, does, did. They start with what, how, where, when, whom, can, may, should, shall. So, even with the modal verbs, the questions start. So, here, can he speak Spanish? So, can or do he, you cannot use, when you're using the modal verb, please do not use any other question form or even do, does, did. It follows a main verb in its infinitive. Now, this infinitive. Infinitives are those verbs which have to with them. To run, to dance. I want to dance. I want to swim. I want to run. So these are called the verbs which have to with them, to plus the main verb, that they are called infinitive. So it follows a main verb in its infinitive. They must read the book, but when you're using the modal, then infinitives are not used. There are no past forms except could, would, should, and might also. So he was. Now this is a simple sentence. यहाँ कुछ कोई modal नहीं देख रहे हैं. Can, will, must, should. You cannot see anything in this sentence. He was allowed to watch the film. So that's a simple sentence. But was past tense. ठीक है, बी फॉर्म इज एम आर. सो इस का आपका पास्ट टेंस जो इसमें यूज किया है वो was है. Again, main verb is added here with ed after it. So he was allowed to watch the film. But if you're using past form of modal, the modals in the past form, then how would the sentence look like? He could attempt one more time to sit in the exam. He could have come to my house and wished me. So here you can see that with the verb there is no ed or en or d which is being used, and there is also no be form of verbs used. When you use the past participle, you tell about things did not happen in the past. For example, you should have told me. When you the past participle is that you are using it, so you have to use a perfect along with it. You should have told. When you're talking about the past, you're going to use the modal in the past form along with have. You could have done that. You should have told me. Long and contracted forms of modals. Now, here's some modals are mentioned. There is C in the affirmative sense and their negative sense, their long form and their contracted form. So can का negative, cannot, but इसका contracted हम apostrophe s के साथ लगाएंगे, so it will become can't. Could का long form, could not, negative, हम ये negative सारे sentences की बात modals की बात कर रहे हैं, so could not, and contracted may be used with apostrophe s, couldn't. Then may not. May not का there is no contracted form, but may का जो past form might है, negative is might not, and contracted form is mightn't. Ought to. Ought not to is the negative of ought to, and oughtn't to. Need. As I told you earlier, that need is also a modal verb depending on its appearance in the sentence. So need, negative is need not, and contracted form is need. Shall. Shall is shall not, and the contracted form is shan't. Shall ka past should. The negative is should not, and the contracted form is shouldn't. Then will. The long form is will not in the negative term or negative form, and then the contracted is won't. Would is the past of will, and would not, and then wouldn't is the contract. Okay, that's just a quick review. Main modals. Main modals are shall, past tense should, will, the past is would, can, the past would be could, then must, may, the past would be might, and need, and ought. Now let's see these modal verbs, how they are being used in the sentences, in what form. What is actually the meaning of can or must or will or should, and in what manner they are being used in the sentence. Right, so let's begin with can. Can shows ability. Jim can play the piano. That's his ability, that he can play piano. So that he's able. He's much capable to do that. So can shows ability. And can you speak Tagalog? So again, talking about the ability. So are you able, or are you capable enough to speak Tagalog? So can shows ability. Then can shows offer. अब sentences से हमें पता लगाना चाहिए कि जो मॉडल्स यूज हो रहे हैं वो किस मैनर में यूज किए जा रहे हैं. What is the manner of that particular modal which is used in the sentence? So can बहुत सारे forms हैं, जैसे ability, offer, request, permission, possibility. इन सब में आप can use करते हैं. So ability अभी हमने देखी. Now offer. Can I get you some coffee? So offering. Someone is offering to the other person, and that is why this modal can is used here. Can I get you some coffee? I can help you with that. So offering what? Help, assistance. Can is also used as a request. Can you make me coffee? So I'm requesting someone to make coffee for me. So that is an informal sense. And can you give me a lift home? That is again, I'm requesting, can you drop me at home or can you give me lift home? Can is also used as permission. Can I borrow your pen? Can I come in? Can I smoke in here? Yes, you can smoke in here. So permission, जब हमें permission ले तब भी हम can का इस्तेमाल करते हैं. And then possibility. Winters can be very cold here. So that is a possibility. That's a probability that can happen. So winters can be very cold here and one can get lost in a new city. That's possible that if you are in the new city and you don't know the way, so you can get lost. So can is used in ability to show offer, to show a request, show a permission, and to show a possibility. Now, the past form of can, could. Could is used to show ability in the past. How? Jim could play piano when he was 6. That is showing the ability of Jim that when he was 6 years old, he could play piano. That means he was capable enough to play piano when he was 6 years old. I could play tennis when I was a kid. So when I was a kid, I could play tennis. The past of can, could, showing ability in the sentence. Then it also shows suggestion. You could try exercising more. Now that's a suggestion that you can exercise. If we have to say you can exercise, so that is we are talking in the present tense. But अगर हमें past के लिए बात करनी, you could try exercising more. We could take a taxi. हम taxi ले सकते थे, right? So in the past, this is how could is used for suggestion. Then to show request. Could is also used to show request. Could I please have the check? Could you give me a hand? When you're requesting, then here, even if you are using can I please have the check? It's also allowed, it's also right. And can you give me a hand? But then could is taken up a bit more polite. Permission. So again, could shows permission as can also showed permission. Can I come in? Can I borrow your pen? Present tense में. Past tense में, could I take the exam tomorrow? And could I take the Friday off? So he's taking permission that can he take off on Friday and can he take the exam tomorrow? So could he take exam tomorrow and could he take off on Friday? Then could is also used to show possibility. He could have gotten lost. वो गुम गया होता. He could have gotten lost. वो गुम गया होता. You could have called first. तुम्हें पहले बुलाना चाहिए था. You could have called first. You can have called first is incorrect. This is how the could modal verb is used, showing ability, suggestion, request, permission, and possibility. All right, so I have the exercise here. Now here you have to put correct modal verb. Now only use can, could, can't, and couldn't. So the positive and the negative in present tense and in the past of can. Let me see. Can I see someone here going on in the chat box answering to this first one? I dash go to the party last night because I was sick. Okay. Because I was sick. So is there someone there and would like to reply, I dash go to the party last night because I was sick. Please be very, very careful. What are you going to fill in here? Let me see if there is someone there, and those who are watching the session, if you can reply in the chat box, what is going to be the correct fill up here? I can, I could, I can't, or I couldn't. Okay. So I guess no one is there to reply. And this blank, see, because I was sick, so there was something which happened. So definitely he could not go to the party. The sentence has to be in negative form, number one. Number two, because this action already happened last night. So I couldn't go to the party last night because I was sick. Next, dash, A says, dash Noel cook Italian food. B says, yes, he dash. So we can make out the sentence is affirmative. It is in positive sense. So very simple. Can you quickly write in the chat box? Can someone write in the chat box what is going to be the correct answer for sentence number 2? Dash Noel cook Italian food. Yes, he dash. Okay. So in present tense, showing affirmative. So can Noel, that is the ability which is being shown here of Noel. Can Noel cook Italian food? Yes, he can. That's his ability. And so we're using can, present tense. My sister dash swim last year, but now she dash. Okay. Would someone like to answer? Please write in the chat box. Please mention in the chat box the answer to the third one. My sister dash swim last year, but now she dash. Come on. There's no point sitting silent. It's better if you reply, and these are very simple, just normal everyday language that we are using. Is someone there in the chat box? Okay. So my sister, because past, couldn't swim last year, but so showing a contrast. But now she can. She couldn't swim last year, showing the past of my sister that she was not able to, but now she can. They dash go shopping yesterday because the store was closed. Very simple. Can anyone come up with the answers, please? They couldn't go shopping yesterday because the store was closed. A says, dash you read when you were 4 years old. B, yes, I dash. Okay. So again, past tense. So the past of can. Could you read when you were 4 years old? B says, yes, I could. Not can, because right now he is not 4 years old. He's grown up. But then someone is asking, when you were 4 years old, were you able to read? So could you read? So now he's not 4 years old. Yes, I could. Ellie dash ride a bicycle. She rides it to school every day, showing the ability. So Ellie can ride a bicycle. She rides it to school every day. Okay, now may. Let us understand in what way or what are where in the sentences, how may comes in the sentences and in what manner. The manner of may used in the sentences. It can be used as a request. May I come in? May I join you for the party? May I have some more coffee? So a polite request. You should avoid using can. Can I come in? Can I use this pen of yours? Can I be of, can I go to the party with you? Try to just be very nice with your words in your spoken English, and it will sound much better if you would use may instead of can. May is a more polite way of requesting. Can is also used for request. Can is also used for requesting, but then that is taken up as a bit informal. So may I borrow your car? May is also used as a permission. May I come in? May I join you? Students may travel for free. So students may travel for free. That's a permission which is given to the students. Prohibition. May is also used as prohibition. That means permission not given. So you may not smoke in my house. So you're not permitted, you're not allowed. You are prohibited to smoke in my house. You may not chew gum in class. So you are prohibited. You are warned. You are not permitted to chew gum in class. Possibility. May also shows something can be possible. It may be possible. Like what? It may snow tomorrow. It may snow tomorrow. He may have gotten stuck in traffic. तो ये पॉसिबिलिटी दिखा रहा है बता रहा है सेंटेंस कि वो ट्रैफिक में फंस गया होगा या कल स्नो गिर सकती है इट मे स्नो टू मे इज ऑल्सो यूज्ड to a wish. May the new year bring you joy. May the force be with you. Shows a wish or wishing someone. We use may. So देखिए may कैसे यूज किन किन किस तरह से यूज क्या क्या मैनर्स हैं may को यूज करने के एज अ रिक्वेस्ट may is used as a permission may is also used as a prohibition may is also used as possibility and also as a wish. The past of may is might. Now might is used to show suggestion. You might want to study for the quiz, for the exam. So it is showing suggestion that you might want to study for the exam, for the quiz. It shows condition. Might also shows condition. When it acts as conditional verb in the sentence, then it shows it is there as a condition. If, because condition, see, if the sentences starting with if, because the sentence say the conditional is used with the conditional sentences. So might is used in the conditional sentences, but may cannot be used in the conditional sentences. So if I had entered the contest, I might have won. अगर मैं contest में participate मैं करता, मैं entry लेता, तो मैं जरूर जीत जाता. I might have won. If I enter the contest, I might win. अगर मैं कॉन्टेस्ट में पार्टिसिपेट करूंगा, हिस्सा लूंगा, तो मैं जीत सकता हूं. I might win. Then the might also shows possibility. She might have missed class because she was sick. She wasn't feeling well last week. Past tense of may might. So that is why we have used might there. She might be on her way to class now. She may be नहीं होगा. She might be on a वो अभी class के लिए आती होगी. She might be on the way. She might not come to class on Friday. So this is showing a possibility that हो सकता है वो Friday को class में नहीं आए. She might not come to the class on Friday. Okay, so we have an exercise here again, may and might, and you have to pick the correct modal here. Okay, so I would like to now see someone replying in the chat box. Come on, come on, have some, show some guts now. I mean, these are simple sentences and you can answer. You can write in the chat box. Okay, you never know, I may or I might become president one day. The president, the is used with specifics. So president के साथ the इसलिए लगाना जरूरी. So you never know, I may become the president one day, or you never know, I might become the president one day. All right, so let me see if there's someone replying. Is there anyone there? You never know, I might become the president one day. Now, may I have a glass of water? Or might I have a glass of water? So we have not heard of this when we are asking for permission or we're requesting someone. So may I have a glass of water? I might become a doctor when I grow up, but I doubt it. Or I may become a doctor when I grow up, but I doubt it. So might, not may. Billy and I may cook dinner tonight or might cook dinner tonight. May permission hoga. Might is showing that there's a possibility. So Billy and I might cook dinner tonight. The airplane might crash or may crash. So may is incorrect here and might is what we will use here. That's the correct one. The airplane might crash, showing a possibility. Okay, the next modal is will. Now, will shows future. I will be late to class tomorrow. He will be or he'll be 10 years old next month. Showing the future tense, that the will is used to show future tense. So when we'll do tenses, then we'll see in detail. Then will is also used to show request. Will you give this to John, please? And will you call me when you get home? So that's a request, that please call when you get back home. So will you call me when you get home? Will is also used to show offer and willingness. I'll drive you. Now I and will, the contracted form, I'll. I'll drive you to the train station and we will lend you the money. And this can also be used as we'll. We lend you the money and I'll drive you to the train station. So showing offer and showing willingness. Then it also shows refusal. The bank, that's when you are using the sentence in negative sense. The bank won't give Sam a loan. The bank will not give Sam a loan. So negative में अगर use करना है तो won't, will not will become won't. He will not return my calls. So you can also use here, he won't return my calls. Conditional. If it rains, I will not go to the park. If Ben is late again, he'll get fired. So will is used to show the future tense, to show future tense in the sentence in the form of request, in the form of an offer or willingness, to show refusal in the negative sense, and to show the conditional. Past of will, would. Now the second form, if I had money, I would buy a car. ये सब कंडीशनल में यूज करते हैं वुड को जब सेंटेंस कंडीशनल क्लॉज में स्टार्ट होता है. सो इफ आई हैड मनी आई वुड बाय अ कार. इफ यू हैड गिवन मी गुड डायरेक्शंस आई वुडंट हैव gotten lost. So again, would is used in the conditional sentences. Then would is used to show request. Would you pass the salt, please? And I would like more coffee, please. So very polite, very, very polite. Then you do not use will with the in the request, but would in the request. To show offer in the sentences. Offer in a very polite manner. Would you like something to drink? Offering. And would you care to join us? Then it is also used as future in the past. Past form में फ्यूचर सेंटेंसेस फ्यूचर टेंस यूज करने के लिए हम विल नहीं वुड लगाएंगे अगर हमें पास्ट में उस सेंटेंस को शो करना है. वी थॉट वी वुड अराइव एट 12. हमने सोचा कि हम 12 o'clock आ जाएंगे. दैट वी वुड अराइव एट 12. He promised he would pick me up. उसने promise किया था. Promised. Can you see? The main verb both are in past tense. Promise, promised, and think, thought. So he promised he would pick me up. Habit in the past. When I lived in the city, I would take out almost every night, or I would get to go out almost every night. So when I lived in the city, that means जब मैं city में रहता था तो मैं हर रात को बाहर निकल जाया करता था. I would get to go out almost every night. Now again an exercise on will and would. Let me see if there is someone now there in the chat box watching my session and would like to answer to these sentences. I think I will or would go to the beach this Sunday. I think I will go to the beach this Sunday, or I think I would go to the beach this Sunday. Yes, future. We've just seen. अभी हमने last slide में देखा. In future, to show that there is a possibility, there is a probability. So I think I would go to the beach this Sunday. I would get a tan if I worked at the pool, or I will get a tan if I worked at the pool. Past. So, would or will, what will be used? Of course, would will be used here, not will. I would get a tan if I worked at the pool. I would try to act like my father when I was young. Past. But I will try to act like my father when I was young. That is incorrect, and the correct modal here is would. I would try to act like my father when I was young. I am feeling tired. I think I would go to sleep now, or I will go to sleep now. I am. Present tense, present tense verb, I will go to sleep now, not would. Will you like steak or chicken, or would you like steak or chicken? So, a polite offer. Would you like steak or chicken? Not will you like steak or chicken? All right. After can, will, now we have should. May, and now we have should. Now, should is used, or shall is used to show the present and the past also. And it shows in the sentence and advise. You should exercise more often. Now, that's an advisor's suggestion that you should exercise. You should have come to the party last night. It was a lot of fun. तो ये फॉर्म है यहाँ पे should कैसे यूज होता है should plus the perfect plus the past participle. So you should have come to the party last night. It was fun. Should is also used as an obligation. I should be at work by 9 a.m. because that's a duty. Obligation. I have to. I need to. I ought to be at work by 9 a.m. We should go to class every day. So that's again an obligation that we should go to class every day. We shall nahi hoga. Now, to show probability and to show expectation, we use should in the present as well as in the past tense. Now, kaise use karte hain? To show probability and expectation. The train should be here soon. So present tense की बात हो रही है. The train shall be here soon नहीं. Will आप तब use कर सकते हैं. Will is also correct. The train will be here soon. So that is when you are confirmed that the train is arriving at 9 p.m. or at particular time. So will use किया. But यहाँ probability. We have to show the probability or we are expecting. So the train should be here soon. We are expecting the train to be here soon. The ticket shouldn't cost a lot. So we are just expecting that the ticket should not be costing a lot. The ticket shouldn't have cost so much. Why was it so expensive? So again, this is an expectation that why is it so expensive? Why was the ticket so expensive? It shouldn't have cost that much. So to show probability and expectation in the present as well as in the past form of sentence. Must. Must is करना ही है. Must हमें तब यूज करना चाहिए सेंटेंस में जहां हमें शो करना है कि ये जरूरी है, ये नेसेसिटी है, ये सर्टन है, तब हमें मस्ट यूज करना चाहिए. So to show certainty in the present and in the past. So present में sentence कैसे बना है? You got a raise, you must be happy. So of course he's certain that he must be very happy because he's got a hike in the salary. Past, they must have gotten. This is showing your verb form. So past participle. They must have gotten home really late. They left here after midnight. So वो घर बहुत लेट पहुंचे होंगे क्योंकि यहाँ से बहुत देर रात वो निकले थे. Prohibition. Prohibition in negative. When the sentence has to be in negative sense, then showing prohibition must कैसे use होता है? We must not smoke in this. Sorry, you must not smoke in this building, and you must not wear jeans to work. Showing a prohibition that it is not allowed. So that is where you are using must. Showing necessity, you must finish the exam in 1 hour. and you must pay with cash or credit card, showing necessity. Then showing personal obligation. I must stop smoking. It's bad for me. You must visit us soon. We miss you. So showing from our side, from personally, that it is an obligation that we are missing you. So you must visit us or you must call us. Okay, so I have an exercise again here on the be form of verb. ये हमने कल किया था. But then just a quick review and let me see if someone is there and answering. So Peter Baker is from Manchester, but Paul and John are, see this conjunction, linking word, joining word, are from London. Manchester and London, plural, are cities in England. Hamburg is a city, one city in Germany. Sandra is at school today, present tense. Jack and Peter are her friends. They, plural, they are in the same class. Mr. and Mrs. Baker are on a trip to the USA to visit their cousin Anne. She is a nice girl. Peter says, my grandfather is in hospital. I am at home with my grandmother. What time is it? It is 8 o'clock. And are you tired? No, I am not. Now, modal verbs, requests, we've already done. It's a quick review. That request में कौन से modal verbs हम use करते हैं? We use to show politeness by using would, by using could. Will, to be less polite when we are less polite, and can again when we are less polite. So see the sentence. Would you please turn on the light? Very polite. Would you help me carry these bags? Could you please bring me more coffee? And could you lend me your car for the day? Will is less polite here. See how it is used. Will you get the door for me, please? That means, will you open it for me? Or will you make a copy of this essay for me? So not very polite, but then again, less polite. Can you lend me your book? And can you give me a hand? Again, in the request in a very less polite manner. How and which are the modal verbs used as an advice? So should. You should visit me more often. Advise. You shouldn't work so much. You should have told me you'd be late to work and you shouldn't have quit this job. Quit this job. Ought to. So sometimes implies moral obligation. You ought to respect your parents. You ought to cross the road on the zebra crossing. You ought to be nicer to your brother. So shows moral obligation. Had better. Advise. So often implies some sort of consequence if action is not followed. You'd better pay back the money you owe. You'd better not park your car illegally. He'd better not miss any more classes. And then probability में कौन से हैं? So must, then might, may, and could. This must be the right place. We followed the direction and it's the only Italian restaurant on the street. This must be the right place. I might work late tonight. I have an important meeting tomorrow and I have a lot to do before then. It may rain today. There are clouds and the sky is a little dark. This could be the last time I travel for work. I'm hoping to get a new job soon. Negative may, can't, probability, जहां sentences में show करते हैं can't. That can't be our new teacher. That's a woman and our new teacher is a man. Must not. He must not want to go to the concert. I called him yesterday to say I had an extra ticket, but he hasn't called me back. Might not. I might not go to the party tonight. I have a lot of work to do. May not. John may not join our meeting. He's in another meeting at the moment and it may not end on time. Okay. So this is again now here you have to find out which correct form of modal is used in these. You have to pick out from these three the correct one where this sentence is saying it's aiming at. They are able to speak English well. So which one is the correct sentence? They can speak English well, they may speak, or they must speak English well. Able, ability, so can speak. Steve is not allowed to stay out late. Steve may not stay out late. Steve might not stay out late. Steve need not stay out late. Is not allowed. Allowed में क्या use करना है हमको? Need not stay out late. Do I have to clean the kitchen? Can I clean the kitchen? Must I clean the kitchen? Should I clean? Do I have to clean the kitchen? So, must I clean the kitchen? Are you able to drive a tractor? Ability. Can you drive a tractor? Must you drive a tractor? Should you drive a tractor? Can you drive a tractor? We are not allowed to swim when the red flag is flying. Something prohibited. So, of course, we must not swim. Prohibition. She is not able to read Chinese. She cannot read Chinese. She may not read Chinese or she need not read Chinese. So, she cannot. Do you think we are allowed to park here? Permission. Do you think we may park here? Do you think we must park here? Or do you think we need park here? So, allowed, permission, may. We have to stop when the traffic lights are red. Have to, the must. It's a necessity. We can stop, we may stop, or we must. Of course, we must. Am I allowed to ask a question? Of course, may I ask a question in a polite way. So there are plenty of tomatoes in the fridge. You needn't. That means you need not buy any. It's a hospital. You can't smoke. You must not or you can't. He had been working for more than 11 hours. He must be tired after such hard work. He should, he may, prefer लगा है यहाँ पे, he may prefer. So he may prefer to get some rest. I can speak Arabic fluently when I was a child. So I could, not can. I could speak Arabic fluently when I was a child and we lived in Morocco. But after we moved back to Canada, I had a very little exposure to the language and forgot almost everything I knew as a child. Now I dash just say a few things in the language. Now I can just say. Teacher said we could read this book for our own pleasure as it is optional, but we won't read it if we don't want to. Dash you stand on your head for more than a minute. Can, showing an ability. Can you stand on your head for more than a minute? No, I can't. If you want to learn to speak English fluently, you need to work hard. Take an umbrella. It may rain later. You dash leave small objects lying around. You mustn't leave small objects lying around. Such objects can be swallowed by children. People can or may walk on grass. Permission and if. Drivers stop when the traffic lights are red. Drivers must stop. Very polite. May I ask a question? Yes, of course. You can take your umbrella. It is not raining. Can you speak Italian? No, I can't. So that was all, my friend, in this session today. See you in my next session with more interesting courses. And I would like you to give a like on my session if you liked it. Please share it and also subscribe on this code SUMATI Sumati. So do like and do share and subscribe as well on this referral code of mine SUMATI Sumati. Thank you. That's all. See you soon in my next session. Till then, take care and happy learning.